Meet Marcus. Marcus is 34 years old. He works as a project manager at a mid-sized company in Ohio. He earns $72,000 a year. He has health insurance through his employer. He pays his bills on time. He has a small emergency fund. He even started contributing to his 401k last year. By every measure, Marcus is doing the right things. Then one Thursday evening, Marcus feels a sharp pain in his chest. His left arm goes numb. His wife calls 911. The ambulance arrives in 8 minutes. It's not a heart attack. It turns out to be a severe anxiety episode triggered by workplace stress. He's discharged the next morning with a clean bill of health. 3 weeks later, a bill arrives in the mail. $23,400. Marcus stares at it for a long time. He reads it again, then again. $23,000 for one night, for a problem that wasn't even what they thought it was. And just like that, Marcus, who did everything right, is facing a financial crisis he never saw coming. This is not a rare story. Over 100 million Americans are currently carrying medical debt. That's nearly 1 in 3 people. And it's not just people without insurance. It's not just people who made bad financial decisions. It's teachers, nurses, engineers, and project managers named Marcus. Medical debt is now the #1 cause of personal bankruptcy in the United States. But here's what almost nobody told Marcus, and what almost nobody tells you. You have far more power over that debt than the hospital wants you to believe. And today, you're gonna learn exactly how to use it. Why medical debt is different from every other debt. Marcus's first instinct was to call his bank and figure out how to pay the bill immediately. His wife talked him out of it. Smart woman. Because here's what Marcus didn't know yet. Medical debt is not like a car loan. It's not like a credit card balance. It is fundamentally different, and the rules around it are fundamentally different too. When you buy a car, you agree to a price before you drive it off the lot. When you use a credit card, you know the interest rate before you swipe. But when you walk into an emergency room, especially in a crisis, you have no idea what anything costs. You don't negotiate. You don't shop around. You just receive care and hope for the best. This is called an involuntary debt. And courts, lawmakers, and even credit bureaus are starting to treat it that way. Starting in 2026, the 3 major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, removed paid medical debt from credit reports entirely. And in 2024, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau proposed rules to remove medical debt from credit reports altogether, regardless of whether it's paid. That's a massive shift. And it means the leverage hospitals once held over your credit score is weakening. But the debt itself, that's still real. And you still need a strategy to fight it. Step 1, don't pay anything until you understand the bill. Marcus almost made the biggest mistake possible. He almost paid immediately just to make the anxiety go away. But instead, he did something that ended up saving him over $4,000 before he negotiated a single dollar. He requested an itemized bill, not the summary, not the statement, the full line-by-line breakdown of every single charge. When it arrived, Marcus sat at his kitchen table with a highlighter and went through every line. And what he found was shocking. He was charged for a medication he was never given. He was billed twice for the same blood panel. And there was a room charge for a private suite. Marcus had been in a shared observation bay the entire night. 3 errors, $4,200 in incorrect charges, gone simply because he asked for the itemized bill and read it carefully. Studies suggest that up to 80% of medical bills contain at least one mistake: duplicate charges, services billed but never received, incorrect insurance codes, procedures listed at the wrong rate. You are legally entitled to an itemized bill. Every hospital must provide one upon request. When you find errors, and statistically, you probably will dispute them in writing directly with the hospital billing department. Keep copies of everything. This single step can save you thousands before you even begin negotiating. Step 2, check your charity care eligibility. After the billing errors were corrected, Marcus's bill came down to $19,200. Still enormous, still terrifying. His wife suggested something Marcus had never heard of. Call the hospital's financial assistance office, she said. Ask about charity care. Marcus almost laughed. He made $72,000 a year. He wasn't poor, He couldn't possibly qualify for financial assistance. He called anyway, and what he learned stopped him cold. Every nonprofit hospital in the United States, which is the majority of hospitals, is required by federal law to offer charity care programs. These are financial assistance programs that can reduce your bill by 50%, 75%, or in some cases, 100%. This isn't charity in the traditional sense. It's written into the tax code. Nonprofit hospitals receive billions in tax exemptions every year in exchange for providing care to patients who can't fully pay. And many of these programs extend far up the income scale. Some hospitals offer charity care to households earning up to 400% of the federal poverty level. For a family of 4, that's over $120,000 per year. Marcus qualified. His bill was reduced by 60% through the hospital's financial assistance program. Just like that, $19,200 became $7,680. But here's the critical part. The hospital never mentioned this program once. Not when Marcus was admitted, not when he was discharged, not when the bill arrived. He had to ask. Go directly to the hospital's financial assistance office. Ask specifically, do you have a charity care or financial assistance program? What are the income limits? How do I apply? Bring documentation, pay stubs, tax returns, proof of any financial hardship. The more organized you are, the faster this process moves. If you qualify, your bill could shrink dramatically before you spend a single dollar. Step 3, negotiate. Always negotiate. Marcus now had a bill of $7,680. Still a lot of money, but no longer a financial catastrophe. His next call was back to the billing department. This time, not to pay, but to negotiate. He was calm. He was respectful. He was honest. He said, I want to resolve this balance, but this amount is still a significant hardship for my family. Is there a reduced settlement amount available if I pay in full today? There was a pause on the other end of the line. Then the billing representative came back with a number, $4,900. Paid in full, case closed. Marcus accepted. A $23,400 bill became $4,900 through itemized billing review, charity care, and one calm phone call. Here's what hospitals know but rarely share. The amount listed on your medical bill is almost never what they actually expect to receive as final payment. Insurance companies negotiate hospitals down constantly, paying a fraction of the listed price. Cash pay patients and uninsured patients can often do the same. When you call to negotiate, use this language. I want to pay this bill, but this amount is beyond what I can manage. Is there a reduced settlement amount you can offer if I pay in full today? Many hospitals will accept 40% to 60% of the original bill for a lump sum payment. Some will go even lower, depending on your circumstances. If you can't pay in full, ask for a payment plan. Hospitals are generally required to offer interest-free payment plans to patients who qualify under financial assistance policies. And some states cap medical payment plan interest at 0%. Get everything in writing before you make a single payment. Step 4, understand what happens if you don't pay. Not everyone is Marcus. Some people receive medical bills and simply cannot pay them. Not $23,000, not $7,000, not $4,900, not anything close. So let's talk about the real consequences of non-payment and the limits of those consequences. Medical debt can be sent to collections. Collection accounts can cause real damage to your financial life. But the rules are changing rapidly. As of 2026, medical debt under $500 is no longer reported to the major credit bureaus at all. Many states are now passing additional protections, limiting wage garnishment, requiring affordable payment plans before legal action, and shortening the statute of limitations on medical debt collection. The key is to know your state's specific protections. The National Consumer Law Center and the Patient Advocate Foundation both offer free resources to help you understand your rights. And here's the most important thing to remember. Ignoring the bill entirely is not a strategy, but ignoring it temporarily while you research options, apply for financial assistance, and dispute errors, that is a strategy, a very smart one. Step 5, consider nonprofit credit counseling. If you're carrying multiple medical debts from different providers, managing them separately can feel overwhelming. This is where nonprofit credit counseling can help. Organizations like the National Foundation for Credit Counseling offer free or low-cost sessions where a certified counselor reviews your full financial picture and creates a realistic repayment plan. Unlike for-profit debt settlement companies which charge large fees and can damage your credit, nonprofit counselors are designed to actually help you. They can sometimes negotiate directly with creditors on your behalf. Medical debt consolidation loans are another option, a single personal loan used to pay off multiple bills at once, turning scattered debt into one manageable monthly payment. But be careful here. Consolidating medical debt with a high interest loan can create a new problem. Always compare total repayment costs before committing. The goal is to reduce your total burden, not simply relocate it. Step 6, protect your other financial priorities. Here's where Marcus almost made his second major mistake. After his first terrifying look at that $23,400 bill, his instinct was to drain his emergency fund, pause his 401k contributions, and throw every spare dollar at the hospital. He didn't. And that decision mattered enormously. Because here's the financial truth most people don't know. Your retirement savings, especially inside a Roth IRA or a 401k, are protected from medical debt collection in most states. Creditors generally cannot touch them, which means the best place your money can often be during a medical debt crisis is exactly where it already is inside a retirement account. Growing, protected, and completely untouchable. Your emergency fund is your first line of defense. Experts recommend keeping 3 to 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account with even $1,000 specifically earmarked for unexpected medical costs, changing the equation entirely. And if you have a high-deductible health plan, a health savings account, and HSA is one of the most powerful tools available to you. Money goes in pre-tax, it grows tax-free, it comes out tax-free for medical expenses. No other account in the American tax code offers that triple tax advantage. If you're not contributing to an HSA, start today. The bigger picture. Marcus paid $4,900, not $23,400. And his credit score, which he had worked years to build, remained completely untouched. He didn't get lucky. He didn't find a loophole. He didn't hire an expensive lawyer. He just learned the rules of a system that was never designed to explain itself to him. You didn't ask for your hospital bill either. You didn't negotiate that debt. You didn't choose to need emergency care. You didn't sign up for a financial crisis in the middle of a health crisis. But here you are. And now you have a choice. You can let the system overwhelm you. You can drain your savings, sacrifice your retirement, and let fear make your financial decisions. Or you can do what Marcus did. Request the itemized bill. Dispute the errors. Apply for charity care. Negotiate. Know your rights. Protect your retirement savings, no matter what. Medical debt is designed to feel permanent and immovable. It isn't. You have more leverage than you know, more options than any hospital billing department will ever volunteer, and more rights than most Americans realize exist. Marcus got his bill in the mail and thought his financial life was over. It wasn't, and neither is yours. One hospital visit doesn't have to define your financial future, not if you know exactly how to fight back.